I guess when, I was homeless, how I ended up there is being addicted to crack and alcohol. I would, and, there's a lot of things I got to do that a lot of people don't get to do. Like, I was from 97 to 2001, I was selling crack to support my habit. Well, I had to support my habit somehow, and somebody brought me to undercover cop, so I sold a $20 rock to an undercover cop. Was 1 point, got 54 months. I did 36, and the thing is, it was okay. I got to go to Large. I went to Shelton, Large, Cedar Creek, Masson work release. It was probably good for me because there was a lot of things that I wouldn't be doing today if I didn't go to prison. I got a long time. It did seem like a long time because I fought fires on DNR when I was at Cedar Creek. So I got to leave 4 days a week, even though you get paid 60 cents an hour. And 40 cents an hour if you're not fighting fires, it's cleaning up. It's what you call slave wage, but I'm willing to jump at that, so I get to leave camp. And those are the people that not really that don't have escape, don't have arsonists, are not sex offenders. Those are the people that don't have any of those three categories that get to go. And when I got out, got out of work release, went to Pioneer Housing. I was clean sober, got myself a Sprint phone, paid $70 to $80 a minute. That was back in 2004. So I got out. I went in 2001, and when I was paying about $80, I was clean sober for a while. Living in a Pioneer Housing, which is clean sober. You have to be clean sober. You never know when to go get a UA. And I started going out, started hanging with this girl that was, drinking stuff. Then which was stupid on my part. Then I finally realized I started drinking. I went back to crack, and I lost my place there at the Pioneer Housing. After about being there a year, you get to be there 18 months. So I lost that, and so what I did is I got high for quite a few more years, and then I started selling real change in 2006. I was still getting high, don't get me wrong. So I was never selling. I never sold 600 papers because I was too busy getting high, I believe, even though it was a lot busier at the time, and I was staying at the Compass Center shelter over right where the church is, on Columbia. And that's a great shelter. It's the best shelter. I would recommend it. Even though I got kicked out a few times because I forgot to call in, I'd be in a motel room with some women getting high, and oh my God, oh shoot, I was supposed to call. and I wouldn't be thinking, and that's how I had 3 no calls. And then you get kicked out for that. And then you have to rush back to the Compass Center to see if they have an open bed or not. And it was a lot easier to find an open bed. Now it's almost impossible to find an open bed because a lot more homelessness than it was when I was fooling around, But so after I, was in there, I got caught with, I was with a guy named Jim Henderson, and we were arguing about this crack, and I said, well, Willie, why can't you just do it right here? I said, look, this is 12th and Jackson. I don't want to do it right here. Next thing you know, the cops pulled us over. They found, I went to jail, and then I was so frustrated, about it. And that was the best time that I ever went to jail because I got entered into drug court. I've been clean ever since. On February 24th, 2008. Then I got to go to, after I was getting ready to graduate, then they said, hey, Willie, go to college. I said, well, really? I mean, because I got my GED at present. If I knew it was going to be that easy, I would have done a lot sooner, because it only took me 2 months. I did it the first time. But I didn't think it was going to be that easy. I heard rumors about how hard it was and all that stuff, so I decided, okay, but I got the first time, and I decided it was actually, so that was a good reason why I went to prison, because without that GED, I didn't get to go to Bellevue College. I don't get to graduate with a social art business management degree, human resource certificate, and a project management certificate. And I can't lie and say it wasn't hard. And I was still selling real change at that. But when I started being clean sober, I started selling like over 1,000 papers a month. I was making good money. I've been number one 3 times in my career as a real change vendor selling paper. I've been number 3 4 times. So I've been in top 3 7 times in my career since 2006. It's hard to be number one. You have to sell a lot of papers to be number one. So I got to be vendor of the year 2013. I got to graduate Bellevue College 2014. I wore my cap and gown because I had to go to graduation, and I never made so much money in my life. And that's not why I wore my cap and gown, but I made, in one day, selling real change, I made $700 in one day. That's the most money I ever made in my life. And, thing is, I still dream about getting high. The majority of, the way I look at it, from what I see, majority of people are homeless for their own accord. Because they get high, they lost their place. I was one of them. I can't say I wasn't. You just have to choose not to. That means I can't hang around with the wrong ladies of the night or day, because that could be a trigger. They might be getting me upset or treat me bad, and I might go relapse. So I choose not to. And if and I don't bring them home because I don't want to get ransacked. I did all that stuff, believe me. They'd steal my checkbook, forge my checks. And funny thing is, when I did get out of prison, when I had a Bank of America checking account, they asked me if I wanted a Visa Gold card. I said, now you got to remember, I'm a felon now. I don't think this is a good idea. and the funny thing is, I got approved for it. Thank God was only a $500 limit, but I kind of messed that up in the long run, in run. But somebody stole, knocked me over the head, had 5,743 while I was clean sober, and took my wallet, took my Visa Gold card. Now I know that Visa Gold card's not gonna do them any good. I already messed that up, so thank God. I know they're after me. That's why I don't keep money in the bank. There's only one thing. See, they can't touch your SSI. I get SSI because I have osteoporosis or arthritis, but that wasn't my goal. And I sell the real change because I can't. Because people ask me, well, why did you get a job going, after you graduate college? Well, let's say I got a $15 an hour job. I'd actually be making less after they take taxes from me, and now I have Medicaid than I am now. That's why. Not because I'm lazy. I got to be careful. Even at a $20 an hour job, I couldn't make it. Not pay $750 a month. Not after the check, and what happens if I get sick? And the only reason why I got SSI is because I almost had to die to get it. On July 17th, 2010, I had full-blown MRSA on my spine and lungs and pneumonia at the same time from having surgery on my foot. And they didn't think I was going to make it. I was in Virginia Mason for 2 weeks. They didn't think I was going to make it. So July 17th to August 2nd, they had me on tubes and stuff like the oxygen machine. They had to cut me open, scrape out 5-hour surgery. That was actually worse than getting stabbed 4 times with a hunting knife, which that's happened to me too. with, when I had taxi business back in 1980. Well, 1983 to 86. 86 is when I got stabbed 4 times with a hunting knife. Got my lungs punctured, my spleen cut, my pancreas cut. Now, they caught the guy that did that. You know how much time he got? 18 months. I got more time for selling a $20 rock with 1 point than he got for attempted murder. They pled guilty to second-degree felony assault. I mean, I'm not saying, but they changed the level of crack now. So if you do get caught selling crack, instead of being a level 8, which it was when I sold it, it's a level 5. So you get a lot less time. So it would have been like 24 months difference of what I got. So, I mean, there was a guy, now this is funny, there was a guy that was convicted of 20 auto thefts, right? He only got sentenced for 24 months. He got less time than me. I don't know, but I couldn't believe that either. I mean, you would think they'd give more time for a person breaking in cars, stealing cars. I mean, so, but I work hard being clean, sober, there's no choice, because I know if I lose everything I have. Not only do I lose my self-respect of myself, I lose all the jackets. That's why I had these jackets made. That's why I have over $40,000 for these jackets. So I know I can't have a car. Okay, I can't buy a car because you get SSI. Okay, now this is stupid. If you have a car, right, if it's more than $3,000, something like that, well, you don't need SSI. Mm-hmm. You don't want to have more than $1,000 in your banking account, because then they say you don't need it. I mean, it's kind of stupid because everybody has to live day to day.
Right.
So I mean, as from that system, you have to be careful how you do things.
Yeah.
Most people, from my experience, had to be ready to do the right thing, had to be ready to quit, to do drugs, because the majority of people are homeless, are drug addicts, or alcoholics. They never, they can't even stay in a shelter because they can't be clean sober long enough to do that.
Right. Yeah.
So out of 3,772, out of that count, I would say, if not at least 1,000, if not more, are drug alcoholics. Okay, I guarantee you that.
Yeah.
Probably more, but I'm saying at least 1,000.
Yeah.
I can guarantee there's at least 1,000 heads out there that are using, and that's why they're homeless. I can't speak for the other group,
Right.
but I can speak for that particular group.
Yeah.
And it's not like they don't get SSI and stuff. They blow it on their drug addiction,
Right.
and they have case managers that don't. I mean, not saying their case managers are at fault, because you can't blame on the case manager. It's their fault.
Right.
But they got to find an alternative to put them somewhere where they're not, doing that.
Yeah.
It's like going down here. Half the people there, they're smoking crack.
Yeah.
They live either to Fry, leave it to Morrison, but they choose to smoke crack out. I mean, there's some homeless people. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
A lot of homeless people.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people that are not homeless. They're acting the fool out here.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?